Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome if you've been here before. This is a place where I like to talk about spiritual and self-help concepts in a more simplistic way through my experience. So taking, a little bit more intricate topics and breaking it down to make a little bit more sense, or just making it make sense in a different way. Today I wanted to talk about one of my experiences with self-love and growth. This might pertain just to women, it might pertain to men. It's more of a female-specific topic, or this experience. I'm sure there's ways that we can translate it over to the men, so it's probably great for everyone to listen to. But I wanted to talk about when I was starting to heal. I wanted to wear less makeup. For whatever reason, I decided that I was going to go to the store and I was not going to wear any makeup. And it was just something that I was going to do, something that I was very uncomfortable doing. And I was very nervous. And at the time, I had extreme discoloration on my face. Due to stress, hormones, all kinds of things, and it probably took over a year to heal those things, but so very blotchy, just very uncomfortable. If you can imagine being a woman in this world, it's just outrageous. So I decided I was going to Target, which is the more high-end of stores, as you see online and stuff. It's silly, but there's a silly amount of pressure. Basically, all of this started I come from a family where you have to look good every time you leave the house. You need to look presentable. You need to not look ugly. You need to, be dressed up when you leave. You need to have your hair done, your makeup, all that stuff. And I just wanted to be comfortable being me, being more authentic, being more myself. And makeup, I love makeup. I think makeup it's so much fun and it's a blast. But I also wanted to be comfortable with myself and love myself without it. So I decided to go to the store, and I am on my way, and oh my gosh, I almost turned around several times, and I flipped down my rearview mirror, and oh my gosh, I look worse than I thought I looked. And I'm just like, oh, this is just going to be so bad, like so uncomfortable. I get there and I park. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is, I'm nervous. I'm sweating. I'm shaking. I'm just, I only have to get 2 things in Target. I'm going to get those 2 things and I'm going to get out of there. I think I was even wearing a hat just to try to help. And so I get there and I've got my head down and I'm terrified, and I'm just like, what are people thinking? Like, I'm just trying to get my 2 things, and there's people in the aisles, and there's just people in the store, and there's just all these opportunities for things to go wrong. But something really incredible happened. So as I'm walking and I'm going to go get toothpaste, I'm walking down the aisle and I look up and there's a woman, and we make eye contact, and she smiles. She smiled. She smiled like nothing was wrong, like that I wasn't wearing makeup, and it was such a crazy experience. She wasn't angry. She wasn't upset. She didn't give me a disgusted look about what I was not wearing. She didn't care. She looked up and smiled and went on her way. And that interaction completely changed my life. And I started to look around the store, and I noticed 90% of people were wearing sweats and didn't have their hair done and didn't have makeup on, and they were all just walking around, and nobody cared. Nobody cared that I was not wearing makeup. Not a single person. And Oh, I walked out of that store with my head held high. It just changed my life. I was so focused on the fear of being judged that I didn't even look around my environment. And it was just random that that person was on the aisle and that we made eye contact at that time, because I was really trying to avoid eye contact with people. If you have social anxiety, you understand that. It's just one of those things you become afraid of. But it did. It changed my life, and I left feeling completely different about the world. It wasn't an angry world I met. It was a woman who smiled at me, who didn't care. And then I was able to observe other people and see that they also were just being themselves, and the standard wasn't as high as I set for myself. So I just wanted to share that. And people who suffer with this, it's a difficult thing to be self-accepting when you don't think the world will accept you. And in that moment, the world accepted me, and it did change my life.